All right, I'm about to go out and milk. I always bring 2 stainless steel buckets. This is what I actually milk into. It's 3 gallons. I put 3 clean washcloths, and I always use either cream or white. That way I can just see how clean I can get her. You know, you want to make sure if you had a colored, you know, brown or blue or whatever, it would be a little bit harder for you to see if there was anything left. And then I run hot water, and this little bucket is going to be my soapy water to clean her off with. I'll show you that process. So I put a tiny little bit of Dawn, teeny drop, and then fill it up almost all the way with hot water. And then I will walk out and show you the next part. Okay, got my soapy bucket of water and my milking bucket. Snapped green beans. We're gonna can that together in a few minutes. Messy cow.
Tessa's trying to take my boot. Those was mine before, and I won't ask them, so I gave them to Chester.
Okay,
I was wearing Chester's too.
it's okay. He has a green pair of boots. Okay, watch out. I'm coming through. Grabbing my boots. This is our mud room, which is literally covered in mud. I have a pair of mucks. You guys come on out. Yes. Come on. Josette's going to show us out. We have to try to get some grass growing right here. This is why our mudroom is covered in mud so badly. Lisa's trying to get some grapes. Like I said, I'm a little later this morning. It's not going to bother the cow because I did not pin the calf away yesterday evening. My garden. My husband weeded yesterday. Weeded while we were at Bible school, so looks much better than it did. It's amazing what a little lawn care will do, huh? Okay, so he had to move everything on top of in front of our gate here. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, in the gate. Walking by the goats. The goats are useless. They're my husband's. They were mine until I got a milk cow, and I said, no thanks, I'm definitely not milking that. Good morning, Mikiela. Are you ready? Good morning. So I have a little hook next to our stanchion, and I stick my little water bucket. I put, sorry. I keep some things up on a shelf. This milking stool. Put it here. Put it on. So I put my milking bucket, attached the little hook there. Until I have gotten her feed and everything, I put my bucket because I want to try to make sure no chickens or anything that stays good and clean and away from all the animals. I'm milking what I'm milking into. Good morning, Mikiela. She's a sweet girl. Good morning. Okay. I must not have taken my feed bucket in yesterday morning. Nope, right there it is. So I'm going to take my feed bucket. Well, good morning. Hi, Miss Sadie girl. Hi, Miss Sadie. She's beautiful. This is our little heifer calf. She is going on 3 months, I think. Officially, she might be for 3 months now. She's beautiful. She stays up here with Mama a lot. Wherever Mom is. And there's muck. Like, there's so much muck. And just like this 10 feet of space between the field and our stall and stanchions. So I'm going to take my bucket, blue bucket, and fill it up with grain in the barn. Okay. Put the feed in the stanchion for her. This is what our stanchion consists of. It just kind of keeps her in one spot. I don't even latch this anymore. I just hang it behind her. She knows it's there. So now I'm going to brush her, make sure there's nothing there, and then clean her off. Okay, brushed her off good. She looks no actual debris is on her. the goats. I'm trying to get the kids to get the goats out of here. They're the biggest pain when I'm milking. So, I don't know how to show you this very well, but here is my clean bucket on top of a milk bucket. There is my water, hot soapy water. So I take my rags, and this udder feels pretty empty. I did not pin the calf away yesterday evening, so I'm not sure how much milk I'll get, but I'm gonna milk her out anyway, just to make sure she's emptied. Take the time to clean each udder really well. See, this is why we have the white. Definitely needed. You couldn't see it when I was looking at it, how dirty it is, but definitely needed to wipe it really well. And I even do on the back. So I'll put it in the other hand. The back of her udder. This one's totally like been drank from. The other udder has not, but I wipe it good. You just, just don't want anything to be falling in the bucket. Okay, looks pretty good. This rag that's very dirty does not go back in my bucket, my soapy water bucket. Go goat. I put it on the side, and then I get another one, and this one is going to be mainly for each nipple, teat, whatever you want to call it. So do one, like your washcloth is square, do one on each corner. That way, if there would be any mastitis or infection, you wouldn't be, mixing them and, sending it to another teat. We've never had mastitis, so, but make sure, and I always turn the teat towards me to make sure. Sorry, she's coughing. She gets this corn has a lot of dust in it. It's nasty. Goat away. That's the biggest pain.
No, what's in there?
I have cleaned each, like I said, the dust on this corn is ridiculous. I don't know why. Each teat has been cleaned off well with another clean rag. So I'm actually putting that back in my soapy bucket in case I need it. Now it's important that we do not milk the first couple streams into our milk bucket. They are going to have the highest bacteria count. So we always take each nip and do at least 3 squirts onto the ground, just to wash out that first bit that has sat right in the nipple for a while. Sorry, our goats are really giving us a problem. And we have little blocks of wood because this can get really muddy. Put the block there so nothing gets on the bottom of my bucket. Okay, and then I still have one more rag in here. I always just wipe it off in case any dust or anything has gotten in my bucket before I begin milking. Okay, my cow is pretty well behaved. She doesn't really kick much. And I definitely cannot take as long as it would take to do this with one hand. So obviously most people know you kind of put your hand like this, squirt down. That's what I do. You don't let the milk go back up, and I'll show you when we're closed. No, don't set it. Do it sideways. There you go.
This is Mom. She's milking.
And here's our little calf.
And here is Sadie, our little calf. And here's Mickey.
Get as much this morning because I didn't send her away, but hopefully it'll be
Say
more.
hi. Oops. Say hi. She's not tamed all the way yet. But she is tamed a little. Do you see that bump on her neck? That's where Mom gives her shots. Hi. And here's our chickens. And here is our alpaca.
Drop that in the mud. It will never do.
And here's a goat. A goat. Here's Petunia all the way over there. This is
Corn has a lot of dust.
and this is our garden all the way over there. And here it's our ditch over there. And this is the stanchion where Mom makes Mickey. Hello, Mickey. Hello. Hello. Mickey. Mickey snobbled on it.
Go ahead and stop it. Just got back in from milking. Looks like I got about half a bucket of milk this morning. That was without pinning the calf last night, so not too bad. I'm hoping that with not pinning the calf, I might actually get a little bit more cream because she's not holding the milk back because she knows she's had her all night, so she's not like holding back for her. That is the thought. I might even give up having half the, I usually have this all the way to the top, so that's 3 gallons. I'd even give up half of that if it meant more cream because that's one of our favorite things. So I have a, this is pickle jars from Costco. They're like $5. And we don't even care that much about the pickles, but the jars are pretty decent to have. And then this is a ½ gallon. I am going to pour it through the funnel and a coffee filter. This has very tightly woven stainless steel mesh. So any debris of any type would be caught in this, any kind of like stray hair, a piece of straw, which I don't see any at all, but I don't have to see it for it to be there. So I'll strain it through. We'll see how much we get. My guess is 1.5 gallons, obviously, and then I will tell you what we do next. So we were right at 1.5 gallons this morning. The next part, the next stage that I'm going to do is actually flash freeze for 1 hour. I'll actually set the timer on my watch so I do not forget to take it out of the freezer. And then from there, I'll put it in the fridge. It's supposed to, flash freezing it like that, bring that temperature down quickly, is supposed to make your milk taste fresher longer. Never had milk really sour go bad in the fridge, but I'm very studious of how long it's been in there. And if it's been in the fridge more than like 3 days, I go ahead and make cheese with it. So I'm gonna put that in the freezer, then into the fridge, and 1.5 gallons, no problem. Another thing I wanted to say, anything that you milk into, stainless steel, needs to be rinsed with cold water before you wash it with hot soapy water, or you will get milk stone, something to do with the warm milk. And if you go ahead and put hot soapy water in there, you will have little tiny milk stones that you cannot possibly get out of your stainless steel. And so you definitely want to rinse everything that's had milk, stainless steel that's had the milk in it, first with cold water before you hot soapy water. This will take me, it took me maybe 12 minutes to milk this out this morning. It's not very much. And you know, that's all the job I have. Besides, I already fed her, her water is filled up. I will definitely go out and spend time with her today. Every day, at least 10-15 minutes of visual, you know, watching your animals will prevent you from something sneaking up, some kind of sickness sneaking up on you. So it's not totally hands-free all day, but definitely not complicated. This evening around 7 o'clock, if we're home, I'm not sure. If we're not, my husband will be. We will pin the calf, Sadie. You probably saw her. We'll pin her into the lower field, which has water and hay, and we'll give her some alfalfa pellets.
And she will be separated from her mother. She will not be able to nurse all 12 hours overnight. Not that she will be without food. She has all those options. Her mother, Michaela, will be able to see her. We'll be able to get right next to each other. Like, they really do. The fence is here. Sadie will lay on this side and Michaela will lay on that side. And then tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will be a little more studious on the time that I get out there, because I know they have been apart. So I'll usually get out there around 7 a.m. and milk, and I will have a lot more milk than 1.5 gallons. And then I'll bring that in. And as I come in, I let the boys, my older boys, to let the calf out of the lower field so that they can be together all day. So if you have any questions, put them below in the comments. If you want to hear more about milk cow and how we actually make it fit into our schedule, I am going to do cheese videos, because that's one of my favorite things that I do with our cheese. But just things that I make, I will put on this channel. So if you like it, subscribe. That sounds so weird. But thanks for watching. And yeah, any questions, I'd love to answer them. I think everyone needs to have access to a family milk cow. Either you or your neighbor or just someone very local. Like, it used to be like that. There wasn't supermarkets until I think 1940s. So if you got dairy, it was because there was a dairy farm. There was a dairy farmer. Usually one cow. Our cow feeds us all the milk. Like, especially if we weren't making cheese, all the milk we would want, could ever consume, and at least 3 of our neighbors. One family cow can supply all the needs for 3 families, no problem. We make lots of cheese. What's wrong? Oh, baloney. You want to say goodbye? Say God bless. See you next time.